Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. It is time for me to make another mini quilt. I bought some denim and some muslin and I am just so excited about putting these two fabrics together. I think it's going to have a nice rustic look. I washed and dried both my fabrics and this muslin came out with like a kind of a crinkly texture to it. I'm not even going to press it. I like that crinkled texture. The denim is nice and soft. I got these both on Amazon. The muslin is still available. This is October 2017, so if you're watching this in the future, I'm sure it's not available. I will have a link to it down below in the description box. This particular denim that I bought is not still available, the lighter wash, but I'll look and see. If I can find something similar, I'll link to that too. What we're going to do is very simple, I hope, but you know me, I don't know exactly what it will end up like. But my plan is to make an actual mini quilt. I want to make a quilt that is a quilt top, and then it would be sewn to a backing. I don't know if I will put batting in the middle. I might put flannel in the middle. I don't know that part yet. But I want to rag the outside edges of the quilt and try doing the extra raggedy part that I did in the previous quilt that I just made, a little mini rag quilt. So that's what we're going to do. This is going to be very easy in that we're making strip sets, and it's just going to be strip sets cut into blocks. We're going to turn some of those blocks, put it together, and have ourselves a quilt top, which should be very easy. My fabric is like 56 inches wide for the denim, and I think it was supposed to be 60 wide for the muslin. Let me fold this and bring this down. So this is the washed edge, and notice there's a lot of the white threads. When you rag denim, you will get this white thread stuff, but once those are all cut out, then you're left with just this nice raggedy blue stuff. Thread, I think is what it's called. So that is going to be nice. So what I'm just going to do is, I have my two salvages here. I'm just going to fold over, and I'm going to be cutting 2.5 inch strips. I'm just going to go ahead and cut enough to make one strip set. I don't want to, cut everything and then find out I don't like what I'm doing. So I'm just going to lay this flat. I don't know if my rotary cutter is going to enjoy going through all this, but this is a very soft denim, so I'm really happy with it. Okay, that seriously would have been easier with scissors, especially since I was cutting on a lot of thready stuff. But that's good. So now I'm going to do 2.5 inches. I would like to fold over again, but it is not going to cut through all that. I just know it. Absolutely no way. But I'm trying anyway. No, there's no way. I don't like rotary cutters. I don't know what's so good about them. You know what I'm doing? I'm just going to cut with my scissors. So what I'm going to do is I turn this. I am putting this on my 2.5 inch line, which is like right about there. And then I just use the edge of my mat as the guide. Look how easy. There's one, and I need one more. And two. This is a good design if you have jelly rolls. Now we will certainly need more, but again, I just want to create one strip set for now. So now let me figure out my muslin. So I just folded this over, salvage to salvage. I'm going to cut off this end. And this too, I'm just going to cut with my scissors. Approximately 2.5. I'm going to put a couple of pins here just to keep my edge straight. I didn't do that on the denim, but I could have. And that just will hold it so that it won't be all messed up for when I cut the next ones. I'm thinking for my small quilt that I'm going to need 6 strips of each. But like I said, we're just starting right now like this. Now the muslin is wider. That's okay. Really is no right or wrong to this. There's obviously a right and wrong to the denim. I am just going to sew denim muslin, denim muslin. Like that. So I'm just going to sew them, right sides together. All the way down. And then I will do that with all. I will press with the seams going all in one direction, just because that's what I like to do. And then I will be right back. Wow, the muslin really shrunk because it's actually a little bit shorter than the denim. I started them off even, and this is what I've got now. So I just wanted to show you that. I sewed two together. I just love the looks of the denim and the muslin together. And I am just going to continue. Okay, this was very easy. I'm far from perfect here. I know my lines are not perfect. Sometimes they get a little narrower, a little wider. I'm not concerned about things like that. When you have your strip set done, measure it. Now it looks like I can easily get 9.5 inches. So I will have to trim these up a little bit, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them 9.5 inches that way into blocks. So I will end up with 9.5 inch blocks. So first I need to cut the selvage off, and I should be able to get 6 blocks out of this one strip set, and I need 16 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.5. I just love the looks of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then that half. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure along this center line, and I'm going to go 4 3/4 inches out and trim. And that's going to give me 9.5 square. Voila. So let me just cut and trim 4 of those, and we're going to make our first block. I have my 4 blocks. We are going to take 4 blocks to make one major block, and then I will be making 4 of those major blocks to make the quilt top. So it's like we're going to make a 4 patch and then a big 4 patch. I don't want you to get hung up on numbers and what you're supposed to be cutting and trimming and measuring. Just remember, make your strip set, then measure how tall your strip set is, and whatever that is, that's how wide you cut it. And you just want to trim it up so that it's square as possible. Now I have a lot of options, but I have decided, I think, because I played with this a little bit on my quilt board, just using rectangles that I created, and I think I want to go like this. It's going to be this way, this way, this way, this way. So we end up with like a blue thing happening in the middle. And I think I really like that. I am going to go check on my quilt board to see if this is indeed what I wanted to do. I'll be right back. Yes, this is what I wanted. So now all I'm going to do is sew these 2 together and these 2 together. I will send them through right after those 2. And I'll press and open. I'll be right back. I sewed these 2 together and these 2 together, and one of them didn't come out even. I trimmed it a little bit, made it even. The thing that I love about doing like 4 blocks at a time and sewing them together instead of rows, it really keeps us more even, because when you do a row, if one is down a little bit, the next one is down a little bit more. I mean, it can get really messy. I like to do 4 at a time. You can trim up your 4 big blocks. You sew it together. You can trim that up. It's all good. So now I'm just going to put these 2 together and sew there. And this is what I have. I really like it. I think when the 4 big blocks like this are put together, it's just going to look so cool. I am going to stop here. Next time you see me, I will have 3 more of these big blocks made. And then we will put those together and we'll figure out the next step when we get to it. Please subscribe so you don't miss any more of my mini quilts or my quilt blocks, all those kind of things that I do, and a lot of other junk that you probably don't care about. I'll be back with more soon. Bye!